When we talk about global naval dominance, one name stands out: the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. For nearly 5 decades, this class of nuclear-powered supercarriers has formed the backbone of United States naval power. Massive in size, unmatched in endurance, and capable of launching devastating air operations anywhere on Earth. The Nimitz-class is more than just a warship. It is a floating airbase, a strategic weapon, and a symbol of maritime supremacy. In this video, we will explore everything about the Nimitz-class aircraft carriers, their design, propulsion system, aircraft capabilities, combat power, history, and their strategic importance in modern warfare. Origins and development: the Nimitz-class was developed during the Cold War era, when the United States needed a carrier capable of countering Soviet naval expansion. The goal was clear: create a carrier that could operate globally, remain at sea for extended periods, and sustain high-tempo air operations during wartime. The first ship of this class, USS Nimitz, CVN-68, was commissioned in 1975. It marked a major leap in carrier design. Unlike older conventionally powered carriers, the Nimitz-class introduced nuclear propulsion on a large operational scale. Over time, a total of 10 ships were built, making it one of the most successful aircraft carrier programs in history. Size and physical dimensions: the Nimitz-class is classified as a supercarrier for good reason. Full load displacement: approximately 100,000 tons length, about 332 meters, 1,092 feet. Flight deck width: around 76 meters height, equivalent to a 20-plus story building. To visualize this, imagine a floating city stretching longer than 3 football fields combined. The sheer scale allows the carrier to house thousands of sailors, dozens of aircraft, weapon systems, supplies, and advanced electronics, all in one self-contained platform. Nuclear propulsion system: one of the defining features of the Nimitz-class is its nuclear propulsion. Each carrier is powered by 2 A4W nuclear reactors. These reactors generate immense heat through nuclear fission. That heat converts water into steam, which drives turbines connected to 4 massive shafts. These shafts rotate the ship's propellers. The advantages of nuclear propulsion are enormous. No need for traditional fuel refueling for decades, practically unlimited range, sustained high speeds of over 30 knots, greater operational flexibility. This means a Nimitz-class carrier can remain deployed for months without worrying about fuel logistics. It can cross oceans without stopping. In strategic terms, that endurance gives the United States unmatched rapid response capability. Crew and life on board a Nimitz-class carrier typically carries between 5,000 to 6,000 personnel, including ship crew, air wing personnel, command staff. Life on board is highly organized. The carrier includes medical facilities, sleeping quarters, dining halls, gyms, religious services, communication centers. In many ways, it functions like a small floating city. Sailors may spend months at sea, operating in demanding environments. The coordination required to manage such a large crew is itself a logistical achievement. Aircraft capabilities: a floating airbase. The true power of the Nimitz-class lies in its air wing. These carriers can carry 60 to 75 aircraft depending on mission requirements. The air wing may include FA-18 Super Hornet multi-role fighter, F-35C Lightning II unupgraded carriers E-2D, Hawkeye airborne early warning aircraft, Orler electronic warfare aircraft, MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. This combination allows the carrier to perform air superiority missions, precision strike operations, intelligence, electronic warfare, anti-submarine warfare, close air support. The angled flight deck design enables simultaneous aircraft launch and recovery operations. Steam-powered catapults launch aircraft from 0 to takeoff speed in seconds. Arresting wires catch aircraft upon landing, stopping them in just a few hundred feet. This continuous cycle of launch and recovery allows the carrier to generate high sortie rates during combat. Combat systems and defense. Although aircraft carriers are not primarily designed for direct ship-to-ship combat, the Nimitz-class still has defensive systems on board. These include close-in weapon systems, SIBS rolling airframe missile ram launchers, advanced radar systems, electronic countermeasure systems. However, the carrier does not operate alone. It is the centerpiece of a carrier strike group, which includes guided missile cruisers, destroyers, submarines, supply ships. Together, this formation creates one of the most powerful naval combat groups ever assembled. Major ships of the Class 10 Nimitz-class carriers were built. Some of the most well-known include USS Dwight D. Eisenhower CVN-69, USS Carl Vinson CVN-70, USS Abraham Lincoln CVN-72, USS Ronald Reagan CVN-76, USS George H.W. Bush CVN-77. Each ship has participated in multiple global operations. From Middle East conflicts to Pacific deterrence missions, operational history since 1975, Nimitz-class carriers have been involved in Cold War deterrence missions, Gulf War operations, war in Afghanistan, Iraq War, counterterrorism missions, Indo-Pacific patrols. Their presence alone often serves as a deterrent. When a carrier strike group enters a region, it sends a powerful geopolitical message. Strategic importance: aircraft carriers are tools of power projection. They allow a nation to conduct air operations without relying on foreign air bases. The Nimitz-class plays several strategic roles. Deterrence, showing force to prevent conflict. Rapid response, deploying aircraft quickly in crises. Sea control, ensuring dominance over maritime routes. Support for allies, reassuring partner nations. Humanitarian aid, assisting in disaster relief operations. In modern geopolitics, mobility equals power, and few platforms are as mobile and powerful as a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. Comparison with the Ford class: the Nimitz-class is currently being gradually replaced by the newer Gerald R. Ford class. However, the Nimitz-class remains operational and highly capable. Key differences include: Nimitz uses steam catapults. Ford uses EMALS. Ford generates more electrical power. Ford has reduced crew requirements. Ford offers higher sortie rates. Despite these upgrades, the Nimitz-class continues to perform effectively and remains central to U.S. naval operations. Technological legacy: the Nimitz-class set the standard for modern supercarriers worldwide. Many nations studied its design principles when developing their own carriers. Its long service life, often exceeding 50 years, demonstrates the durability and foresight of its engineering. Over the decades, these ships have undergone multiple upgrades, ensuring they remain relevant in modern warfare. Challenges in future operating such massive ships is extremely expensive. Maintenance, crew salaries, upgrades, and refueling overhauls cost billions of dollars. Additionally, modern threats such as hypersonic missiles and advanced anti-ship weapons present new challenges. However, the adaptability of the Nimitz-class, combined with carrier strike group defense layers, ensures it remains a formidable platform. Conclusion: the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier is more than just steel and machinery. It represents decades of technological innovation, strategic planning, and naval tradition. With its nuclear propulsion, massive air wing, advanced combat systems, and global reach, it has defined American sea power for nearly half a century. Even as newer carriers enter service, the Nimitz-class continues to patrol the world's oceans, projecting power, deterring conflict, and maintaining maritime dominance. It is not simply a ship, it is a floating fortress, a mobile airbase, symbol of global naval strength. And for decades it has stood at the center of modern maritime strategy.